One of the oldest religions in the world is Jainism, traditionally known as Jain Dharma. Originating from ancient India, Jainism centers around concepts such as right perception, right knowledge, and right conduct. Practicing these principles can lead to the attainment of moksha, or realization of the soul's true nature. The concept of ahimsa or non-violence is of equally great importance in Jainism. Thus, with compassion for all life, practitioners of Jainism follow a pure vegan or plant-based diet. Jains follow the ancient wisdom of the 24 Tirthankaras or lineage of prophets. Their teachings comprise the Agam Sutras, which are the religion's holy scriptures. The last Tirthankara was Lord Mahavira, who was born a prince of the Vaishali kingdom around the 5th to 6th century BC. He later forsook his royal status to pursue a solitary spiritual life. After attaining Keval Gnana or all-knowing intuitive vision, Mahavira was known to face all obstacles with acceptance and forgiveness. He also shared discourses on spiritual truths which form the present-day tenets of Jainism. Supreme Master Chengai has given tribute to the spiritual greatness of Lord Mahavira as during this lecture in Taiwan, also known as Formosa, on June 23, 2019.
I don't know if anyone in the history of mankind could have done or could be doing or will be doing such an asceticism, such a sacrifice like the Lord Mahavir. Okay? That's why I want to read it to you. His heart was filled with equanimity and compassion. His face beamed with a spontaneous smile. Why does he feel compassion after he have this power? Because he can feel what the humans or beings around him or in the world feel. You know, their sorrow, their pain, their frustration, their troubles, their helplessness, their suffering. That's why he has compassion for them.
We present to you today excerpts from Book 1, Lecture 12, from Jainism's Sutra Kritanga Sutra. First book, 12th lecture, The Creed. There are 4 heretical creeds which the disputants severally uphold. 1. The Kriyavada, activism. 2. The Kriyavad, moral acts do not have any consequences. 3. The Vinayavada. And 4. The Agnanvada. The agnostics, though they pretend to be clever, reason incoherently and do not get beyond the confusion of their ideas. Ignorant teachers speak to ignorant pupils, and without reflection they speak untruth, believing truth to be untruth and calling a bad man good. The various upholders of Vinaya asked about it, explain their tenet. Without pursuing the truth, they speak thus: this object, namely moksha, is realized by us, thus namely by Vinaya. The Akriyavadins who deny karma do not admit that the action of the soul is transmitted to the future moments. They become involved in contradiction in their own assertions. They falter in their speech and are unable to repeat what is said to them. This, their opinion, has a valiant counter-opinion. This, our opinion, has no valiant counter-opinion. And karma has 6 sources. The Akriyavadins who do not understand the truth bring forward various opinions. Many men believing in them will whirl round in the endless circle of births. There rises no sun, nor does it set. There waxes no moon, nor does it wane. There are no rivers running, nor any winds blowing. The whole world is ascertained to be unreal. As a blind man, though he has a light, does not see colors, and etc., because he is deprived of his eyesight, so the Akriyavadin, having a perverted intellect, does not recognize the action of the soul, though it does exist. Many men in this world who have studied astrology, the art of interpreting dreams, divination from diagrams, augury, divination from bodily marks, and from portents, and the 8 branches of divination from omens, know the future. The opponents say that some forecasts are true and the prophecies of others prove wrong. Therefore, they do not study those sciences, but they profess to know the world, fools though they be. The Kriyavadins, Sramanas, and Brahmanas, understanding the world according to their lights, speak thus: misery is produced by one's own works, not by those of somebody else, namely fate, creator, and etc. But right knowledge and conduct lead to liberation. The Tirthankaras, being as it were the eyes of the world and its leaders, teach the path which is salutary to man. They have declared that the world is eternal, inasmuch as creatures are forever living in it. O ye men, the Rakshasas and the dwellers in Yama's world, the troops of Asuras and Gandharvas, and the spirits that walk the air, and individual beings, they will all be born again and again. The samsara, which is compared to the boundless flood of water, know it to be impassable and of very long duration on account of repeated births. Men therein, seduced by their senses and by women, are born again and again, both as movable and immovable beings. The sinners cannot annihilate their works by new works. The pious annihilate their works by abstention from works. The wise and happy men who got rid of the effects of greed do not commit sins. They know the past, present, and future ways of the world. They are leaders of other men, but follow no leader. They are awakened and put an end to mundane existence. Averse to injury of living beings, they do not act, nor cause others to act, always restraining themselves. Those pious men practice control, and some become heroes through their knowledge. He regards small beings and large beings, the whole world, as equal to himself. He comprehends the immense world, and being awakened, he controls himself among the careless. Those who have learned the truth by themselves or from others are able to save themselves and others. One should always honor a man who is like a light and makes manifest the law, spiritual precepts, after having well considered it. He who knows himself and the world, who knows where the creatures go and whence they will not return, who knows what is eternal and what is transient, birth and death, and the future existences of men. He who knows the tortures of beings below, that is in hell, who knows the influx of sin and its stoppage, who knows misery and its annihilation, he is entitled to expound the Kriyavada, being not attached to sounds and colors, indifferent to tastes and smells, not desiring life nor death, guarded by control and exempt from the circle of births. Thus I say. Attentive viewers, it's been a pleasure to have your company on today's Words of Wisdom.